Yo, what's the word, man? It's your boy Smoking Me TV, rolling up another one, catching this sight. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the Smokehouse. Got your boy.
You know who it is. Don't act like you don't know who it is. You know who it is.
You know what I'm saying? We about to get into it, man. We bought the Smokehouse, you know what I'm saying, to the Snipe House.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Let's get into it.
Let's talk about it.
Shit chilling, man. What's going on?
Good. Finally, you know what I mean? We linked.
It's
been a long time
coming, man. It's my boy right here.
He here.
Like, this is my boy, like, real talk. But,
that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you coming up, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You had your little adversities and shit, you know what I'm saying? You had your layoff. I'm saying you coming back, and we'll get to all of that. With like as a kid, like was one of the things that got you into boxing, like you was fighting all the time as a kid?
Nah, I was a badass kid, but I wasn't like a violent badass kid. I was more like alright, so I went to Catholic school. This is how I got kicked out of Catholic school. So I was in the hallways. I was young. I'm third grade running the hallways, so you know I was a bad little kid.
Yeah.
So I'm running, the nun tries to stop me. Legs open. Slid through her legs. Kept pushing it. So that's the type of kid I was. I didn't get violent till, I want to say, junior high school. Yeah, I started getting violent because, for a bunch of reasons. But I was always in the gym. My dad boxed, uncles boxed, cousins boxed. So boxing was in my blood. That's what made me want to box. Not because I got into a lot of fights in the street. At the time I got violent, it wasn't really fighting no more. So I never really had too many street fights.
All right. So like, how was it coming up in New York as a kid? I know you from my home. You know what I'm saying? Right now we in Vegas.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? We in Vegas. Like I said, I bought the Smokehouse to the Snipe House.
That's a fact.
But my man from the hometown, you know what I'm saying? And why stand up?
Definitely a Brooklyn boy. I should say it right there. It was different living in Brooklyn. If you're not banging something, you need to scamming. If you're not scamming, you hustling. So I came up in a very diverse type of shit my whole life. Like my dad boxed, but he was a street nigga. Uncles were street niggas. You know, what I mean? Aunties were street niggas. So it's like I grew up in Albany Projects. So everybody know about Albany Projects, and I'm not gonna say like I grew up bad, but that was my dad's side of things. My mom's side of things was square, so it was like I had the perfect balance. So it wasn't too crazy for me because when I started getting into shit, my mom would send me somewhere. Or like I go to my cousin crib in Jersey and he lived in a fucking suburb, so it wasn't no real crazy shit. Anything I got into crazy, I got myself into. Like the street shit. Like when I picked up cripping, that wasn't something that I had to do. That's what I wanted to. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, the streets chose them. I chose the streets. I didn't have to go that way. I grew up in a very good home. I grew up in a very good situation. Always had money. You know what I mean? Dad wasn't with mom, but mom got bread. You know what I mean? Dad got money. So it wasn't like I struggled. Like I don't have the struggle story like everybody else. But when I jumped in the streets, I really did it. You know what I mean? I took it to the max. Because it's like when they tell you don't touch the stove, eventually you're like, fuck it, I'm going to touch the stove.
Yeah, definitely.
They was like, oh, nah, you don't live in the streets. But like, my pops was a street nigga. My uncle was in the street. I don't know what the fuck it was. Like, what's up? Then, you know what I mean? I started hanging around certain individuals. I called my brother, my big homie, Rocky. He came home. And I just started hanging out in the hood in Queens. Hanging out. The homie told me, like, you don't got to pick this up. I said, nah, fuck that. We outside, okay? Like, let's see what it is. And I just took it. What's that? Not an introvert. I'm an extrovert. So I'm going to take everything to the max. So whatever I do to the max. So I took that shit to the max. I didn't have to, but if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it all the way. And that's how my real growing up was.
I'm saying it. So, like, what age did you feel like, all right, you know what, I'm about to start boxing? And why?
I started training at 8. But I didn't really like it till I was about 16. Like from 8, I was in the gym because my dad was in the gym. I wanted to do whatever my dad did. I just wanted to be around my dad. So I had my first fight at 12, lost. Had another one at like 13, lost. I said, no, I'm not doing this. Like I don't really like this shit. Like fuck out of here. But like 15, I don't know what the fuck. I was just in the gym and I started getting good. Just started beat niggas up. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. We went in one tournament, won it. I'm like, oh, all right. Another tournament, won it. I'm like, I like this shit now. So ever since then, because everybody think because my dad boxed, I wanted to box. I wanted to like play ball or baseball, football. I wanted to be a rapper. I wanted to do a bunch of shit. I wanted to be police at one point. But
now listen, to each his own, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gotta make it. You
yeah,
got a
it's like,
dream, dude. Maybe a dream.
but the boxing bug bit me, and I can't let this shit go. That's why I'm back now. I didn't have to come back. Like, I don't need boxing. I enjoy boxing. That's what people get fucked up. A lot of niggas need boxing to like make them feel good or give them some type of gratification. Or some niggas just need it to support their family. I didn't need it. You know what I mean? I loved it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be who I am without the sport. You know what I mean? I could have been a totally different individual. But boxing helped with my social skills. It helped me with my self defense, my self confidence. Boxing did a lot for me. But I got this chip on my shoulder, like I didn't get as far as I could due to a bunch of bullshit. But now I got the chance to come back. I'm not gonna waste it. Then I had to kill me and then take it away from me this time. So that's what I'm at now with it.
That's what it is, heart of a soldier. So how was your amateur careers like
It was alright.
that's the only thing I don't know about you is the amateur.
I didn't have a bunch of amateur fights. I had 30 amateur fights. It was 25-5. I won the Metros twice, won the ringside tournament. I won little shows here and there, but like I said, I was a bad kid. So ass whoopers ain't really do nothing. You outgrow ass whoopers. So my dad took me out of tournaments. So every time I got in trouble, I took it out of tournament. Let's say it's 12 tournaments in a year, I'll make it to one maybe. That's how much shit I was getting into. So my amateur career was really small. Like some people like Danny and them had 130, Saddam, they had tons of fights. I didn't have tons of fights. I just had natural talent. So that 30 fights, I was beating niggas that had hundreds of fights, 60 fights. But my what? I want to say my seventh fight. God rest his dead. I fought this kid named Ronnie Vargas, Venezuela. He had 67 fights. Beat him. If I was beating dudes I'm not supposed to beat, I was ahead of my curve. But I just never could get out the bullshit. If I had, let me see. Let's just say my mom had a few more dollars a little earlier in life, maybe I'd have had a great amateur career. But to me, I didn't give a fuck about the amateurs. I was more intrigued by the streets. So I said I get to the amateurs when I get to them, we'll play outside. And then 30 fights later, I'm fucking 19, 20. Can't stay in the amateurs forever.
All right. So when did you turn pro?
I turned pro when I want to say 22, 23.
I'm saying kind of as they say, late start a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, to the pros.
Because I lost in the Olympic Eastern trials. So once I was like, all right, I ain't making some Olympics, I'm not waiting for the next one. So I turned pro, but my dad wasn't physically great. You know what I mean? I was a grown man with a little man body, but I'm going into a grown man sport. So it's like, nah. So we just spent the year training, grinding, getting strength conditioning coaches, just building my body. Then we decided to turn pro, not because it's the thing to do. We're gonna do it when we're ready. There's no rush. The game not going nowhere.
You know, you gotta always make sure that you're ready.
You gotta put you first.
You already know this is just a hurt sport. You can die in that ring. You put every time you step foot in there, it don't matter who you fighting. You know what I'm saying? As people call it, sometimes I call them your cab drivers and barbers.
They'll get you a fight.
Yeah, for real. You get clipped the right way by one of these barbers and cab drivers. It's night.
Like my comeback fight in Mexico next weekend, I'm not fighting to kill him. He has experience. I think he's like 12 and 13. He got losses. But at the end of the day, I've seen dudes go to Mexico, fight dudes like this and lose. If a man got two arms and air in his body and a heart, he's coming to win. And one of those bitches you might not see will put you to sleep. So I train for every fight like it's a world title fight. No matter, you could be 0 and 15, and I'm gonna train like you 15 and 0. Because that one, you want to win. You want it desperately. You want to win,
especially with that type of record.
With a backwards record, you need win. So you trying your hardest won't be me. You ain't gonna come up with me.
Soldier, man. That's shit, man. Warrior status over here.
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So you turn pro,
Mm-hmm.
your record is what, like I think what 11
12 and
1,
1.
12 and 1. I'm saying you took that loss,
Lost me 13 and 1.
and you had a nice layoff
Mm-hmm.
for like what you said, like 7 days or something like that. Why the layoff?
One, I had a kid, so I chose being a father over being a boxer because, like I said, boxing ain't going nowhere. My child growing up, he's not gonna understand daddy's on the road all the time. Daddy not home, so I'd rather be home than be on the road. Like, not to say it crazy, I love my dad, but I spent a large portion of my life like he's in camp, he's outside where the fuck my dad at, you know what I mean? So I know how I feel, so I never let my kid know how I feel, you know what I mean? So that's that. And then I had a bad situation that happened with my old promoter, you know what I mean? Long story short, I came to Vegas to train with Floyd. They felt I was probably trying to sign with Floyd. It is what it is. Because Floyd took one of their fighters. I ain't going to the promotion, but they thought I was trying to do the same thing. So when I took my loss, they dropped me. And once they dropped me, it's like no one's gonna rush to pick you up. And people asking if I still signed, they're like, yeah, he's still signed. It was just a bunch of bullshit. You know what I mean? Just a bunch of bullshit that I had to eat. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have the connections or like I said, I have no outstanding amateur career, so it's not like people can go, oh my gosh, let's push the.
Yeah.
I'm trying to come like everybody else from the mud. So if they wanted to shelf me, they shelved me, and I had to sit down. And then I got more time to spend with my family and my son, like I wanted to do, but when I wanted to come back, I couldn't. And also, I broke both my hands, 8 months apart from each other. But I had my recovery time, and you know what I mean. Bullshit. But now I feel like everything happens for a reason. As healthy as I can be, hands healthy, body healthy, mentally healthy. I'm healthy all around the board. So it's time to come back. I'm 34. It's not like I'm 43. They keep thinking like, oh, you getting old in boxing. They fail to realize Floyd retired at 40, 41.
Yeah, and there's some dude, I forgot who it is. Oh,
yeah, but no, Hopkins retired old. Sergio Martinez retired old.
Almost 50 years old.
They just getting caught up in this new shit. Everybody pumping. Oh, that's not old. You don't really get your man stripping to your 30s. You ain't really banging to your 30s. So I'm in my prime right now. Yeah, so it's not like I'm on a tail end like 38, 39, we have reflexes. But no, I'm in my prime. So I'm where I need to be with my record to go where I need to go. People just looking at the layoff. I'm good with the layoff. I never left the gym. And even that, I own my own fitness company. So I'm always in the gym, always training, always running. You know,
about the
boxing and fitness. You know what I mean? That's my gym. That's my brand. That's what I live by. That's on hold right now because I'm pursuing this. But I'm always in the gym. I'm a gym baby. I'm a gym rat. So shit. Before this interview, I did sprints. I was in the gym. I was in the sauna. Check my gram in the sauna. Just finished training. This is my life. So that's my lifestyle.
I'm saying, y'all want to doubt it. I got the text messages to prove it.
Facts. Like I did this shit. Messages. So it's my shit. Like I'm ready for whatever.
I'm saying, so for all of y'all out there that know who I'm talking about on Instagram,
y'all niggas, man,
it's real here. This ain't none of that bullshit.
Yeah, like hey, some people, you know what I mean, make their own little images for the gram. I'm what you see is what you get with me. I don't do no extra shit. I don't try to act like I'm something I'm not. I am who I am. You know what I mean? I just know this nigga got a bag of chicken back here. You know what I mean? Nigga is who he is. I've got meal prep. I meal prep myself. So it's like, I don't know. Like everybody like, I don't want to say people capping. Everybody like to have their personas for the gram. I don't have a persona. I'm me. Through and through. The
now, you back in the gym, training. You know what I'm saying? What's that looking like? I know you've been having some difficulties too leading up to the fight day.
Believe it or not, this has been the best camp I've had in years.
Now I know not camp wise, you know what I'm saying? I know camp probably going great. You know what I'm saying? But I know like fighter wise, did you have like an issue like point opponent or something?
People just you know what I mean? When you off for a long time, people look at it like that. But people ain't dumb. They still see your record. They still see who you fought. I didn't have it easy weight like most fighters. My eighth pro fight, I fought somebody. No, my sixth pro fight, I fought somebody 8-0. Beat him. I've always been tested because, like I said, didn't have the big amateur career, so I didn't have all that hype and backing.
Yeah.
So they gonna promote me. They gonna use it. So I've had tough fights. So I was built different. So I don't. What was I? I don't really view things how other people view shit. You know what I mean? So I got lost. What was the question?
Shit, I done got kind of lost. The question was damn.
Do you remember the question?
Yeah,
He's out of there. How was the? No, I got it. How was the? Oh yeah, with the fight. So a lot of people are not. A lot of people are not gonna risk that. So at the end of the day, I'm a threat. Even though I'm off all these years, I'm still a threat. I'm still 12-1. I still have taken people's O's. So if you have an O, you're not gonna rush that. Just like this 12, what is he? 12-0 dude. I'm 12-1. I got one more fight in you. Why are you saying no? Then you check his box rep. 15-15. 2-13. 7-16. You don't want to fight. You don't really want to get in. Your record's built. Yeah. Russian dude out here. 16-4. I'm 12-1, 13 fights. You have 20 fights. Let's get it. I got too much experience. How? Go to his box.
That's what he said to you?
That's what he told my manager.
He has too much experience.
He told my manager, I have too much experience. Exactly. Same shit I said.
I don't be understanding these duckeries.
Go to his boxer. Go to his boxer. 16-24. 11-19. You ain't fighting nobody. So you not in a rush to jump in there with somebody that you see 12-0 and it's been tested and came out, prevailed. You're not gonna rush like, he was off 7 years, but it's not like the nigga 40. He only 34. Then you go to boxing, you go to Instagram. You go to my page, I don't hide shit. I'm on the bag, bang, spawn, so they say, ain't he active? Nah. I'd rather fight Joe Schmo from up the block and risk it, but not really risk it, than fight this nigga. So there's a lot of no's. So I got to do what everybody else do. Go to Mexico. You know what I mean? Spend a little money, get somebody in there with me, and do what I do best. But once my Instagram says active again, I'm going at niggas because I got 5 years, 4 years the game. My window small. I don't got time to sit there and play with niggas. I don't got time to sit there and pick and dodge and choose niggas. Nah, I want to fight the best of the best. Who has what? Let's get it. You beat me. You beat me. I have a loss already. Losing my O don't bother me no more. I lost it. Now what's next? You can't intimidate a nigga that's been there. I've been to the bottom. I've been there. I'm there right now. Only way is up. So you beat me, I go right back. Nigga, I'm going right back to where I just was. Right back here. I don't give a fuck. I've been there. Niggas afraid to touch the bottom. I don't care. I took a loss. I'm still here.
You know what I'm saying? So what's the date of that fight?
April 2nd, next Saturday.
Next Saturday?
Next Saturday.
Cool. Is it gonna be televised?
But it's gonna be streamed. I'm not sure like Facebook. It's called. I'm gonna post it and I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, definitely send that to me.
I think it's called. Shit, it's in my phone and I'm probably going to get it, but I'll send it to you.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna catch that.
And it's not something I'm really pumping because I'm going to do what I do. Like I'm supposed to do this. I want everybody to see when I'm not supposed to do it. You know, when everybody's like, nah, you know what I mean? He ain't gonna beat him. Okay. You know what I mean? Oh, we fight him? Yeah, all right, good luck. Okay. That's what I want everybody to tune into. Don't worry about this fight. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to do what I'm doing this nigga. I want everybody to see when I'm not supposed to do it to the nigga that I'm not supposed to do it to. That's when you change the game.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I want everybody to see my game changing moment. Now am I just getting back in the game?
Alright, so like what does it really mean to you though to be a fighter?
Oh man, it's my life. Alright, so truth be told, my dad was a fighter. So he got injured. He was good. I never seen him, but always hurt. He was good. So him being injured and not being able to pursue it kind of put a lot of pressure on me. So I'm like, I got to do it for me and him. You know what I mean? So, and I feel like my dad's an awesome coach, but he's a very underrated coach. You know, he's not like the Freddie Roaches or the Floyd Mayweather Seniors or all these other dudes. He's the guy that they come to for a little bit. They get nice, they start winning fights, then they get the hype behind them, and they run to the hype coach. So I want to show them my dad's product. With my new trainer Chris added in, but I was built by my dad. You know what I mean? My dad and my uncle Leon Taylor. Those are the two people that built my foundation, and they're underrated. Like they're not looked at as they should be because they didn't have that standout yet. Or whenever they did, they went other ways to try to have a bigger name. You know what I mean? So I want to get to the point I want to get to give them their flowers while they still here. I don't want to wait for them to be gone and then somebody comes up like, hey, I used to be my trainer. No, I want to show the product of what you guys built at the top of the game so y'all get the recognition y'all deserve. My dad, my uncle, and my new trainer, because they all added to me. You know what I mean? They all, like my trainer Chris I got now, he put that spark back in. You know what I mean? He showed me what I can do, what I got. Like I said, my dad and my uncle always knew they always knew I had it in me. I just didn't focus on it. You know what I mean? So I'm out of New York now. All my distractions are gone. All I can focus on is the game. But you know what I mean? My dad went to New York, uncle went to New York, it was expensive. Ran into my trainer Chris. We mesh. You know what I mean? I'm his only active pro right now. So all eyes on me, all attention on me. And that's what fighters need. You know what I mean? Fighters think they come fighters. No, they're built. Every piece adds. He's adding a lot of pieces. He helped me bring a lot of my old self back. So if I can, he's young. So if I can give them their flowers and help him reach where he want to get all at the same time, let's do it. I just want the legacy. Fuck the world titles. I want, when I'm done with the game, walking these streets, they go, oh yeah, they go Delen. He was a great fighter. I don't give a fuck about the belt. The bread gonna come. I'm doing okay. I want the legacy. I want my kids to go to school like, oh, Delen, your last name Parsley is your dad? Oh yeah, my dad loved your dad as a fighter. That's what I want. You know what I mean? I'm all about the legacy. Fuck the hype now. Anybody can be hyped in the present. I want you to be hyped 20 years from now, 30 years from now. Like Mike.
That's peace.
You could say Mike name since what? The 80s? And it's still got the same relevance. That's what I want. Floyd's name been ringing for 10 years consecutively.
And it's going to keep ringing.
It's going to keep ringing. And that's what I want.
It's going to keep ringing.
Certain motherfuckers in this game, once it's over, their name not really going to ring like that. You know what I mean? I want the legacy. Niggas just want the here and now. They want the flashy, the cars, the women in the club, and that's cool. But when you in your 50s, 60s, 70s, and that's just lame, what you got?
It ain't really that it's lame. It's just that you too old to do it anymore.
You gonna be that old nigga in the house upset that you can't do it no more?
Yep. Or
you gonna be the old nigga in the crib chilling and bringing the party to you? Like, why you gotta go to the club? Yo, let's have a little kickback. I'm 70, nigga. I don't got time to go outside. Let's have the girls over. Now I mean, we chill. We good.
That's what you want.
You know, niggas rather go to it. I want it to come to me. I don't give a fuck about the hype. Keep it. Like some niggas want to be rich, some niggas want to be wealthy. I don't want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. I want to have generational wealth. I want to leave shit for my son's son. Fuck what I can do now for myself. I'm 34. Shit, God willing, I got another 40 years. Why sit here and be selfish and spend and see, leave nothing for my kids? I can do them 40 years and save, build their credit, and put them off right. That's what I do if I do it for my kids now. My time was over with. This young, I had it, pop bottles, threw away a lot of money. It's not about me no more.
No, that's peace.
Everything I pursue now is for either giving my team their flowers or making sure my kids straight.
That's peace. That's peace. I'm saying it's crazy too because that's one of the questions I was going to ask you. Like when it's all said and done, you know what I'm saying, how you want it to be remembered, but nah, that's peace. So we're like, I ain't going to hold you up too much longer.
And I'm going to drop one thing on you, right? Would you rather leave your kids with TVs, designer, and watches to sell? Or leave them with deeds to a business that'll keep going?
I want them to have that business. That's why I got behind this. You know, I got a lot of shit I got going on. You know what I'm saying? I got a clothing company. Y'all see what it is, Black Influence. You know what I'm saying? That and I breed the bullies.
Oh yeah, man, I get one of those.
I got you. I don't know if you seen my shit on live.
We gonna get after this,
yo, bro.
I've been looking for a dog. I need a dog for my daughter.
I got some fire. You know, we about to go to the dog fertility clinic and about to get it right, man. I'm about to have some shit. I'm telling you.
I'm with it.
You know what I'm saying? But now, word, yo, I just want
appreciate
to
you.
come through the smokehouse. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me go to the smokehouse and snipe.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? I can quick drop, let them know, come through, Smoke Me TV.
Come through, Smoke Me TV. That's my guy.
You're ready.
He kept it solid. Me solid, do good, dude. Only keep good people around me. So if you want a good vibe, a good person, this is the person to get into. You dig?
You know what I'm saying? I don't know who you with.
Oh, I'm Delen Parsley. You know what I mean? I was going for a minute, now I'm back. Chasing world titles. You know what I mean? Chasing generational wealth. Chasing the shit we're not supposed to have. You know what I'm talking about?
That's a fact, man. Yo, everybody, thank y'all for coming through the smokehouse, man. It's your boy rolling up another one. And then this cypher, man. Peace. Good, yes.
I got stuck, boy, back. What are you talking about?
Hold on.
Got it.
So, bro, this is hard as
Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? Everything cool. Let me see.